Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for The Last of Us Season 1, Episode 9. So, this is the finale. I'm so sad. I'm not ready for it to be over. I'm really not. I love this show so much, I just want more. Hopefully, this show did do very well. Hopefully it does get a Season 2. So, that's what I'm praying for. And, at this point, since I don't even really know the games, I don't want them to divert from the games too much because sometimes that could mean bad story, right? But if they had to divert from the games in order to give us more content, I'm enjoying the world and the characters so much, I almost hope they do if they need to. Obviously, I don't know how much content there is for The Last of Us. I don't know how much Season 1 covers, but yeah. Last episode, we dealt with some cannibals, and Ellie had to fight her way out, managing to kill several people and escape on her own. Obviously, we did have. I don't know if he would have made it in time. Like, they were about to chop her up, right? I don't know if he would have made it in time, Joel. But he was on his way. But yeah, so Joel, still wounded, managed to muster the adrenaline, I guess, to fight the way he did. We'll see how he is now. Like, once the adrenaline calms down, is he gonna, like, pass out again and need time to recoup, or is he just good to go again? I'm not sure. But I'm excited for the finale, guys, so let's just get started, and then we'll talk about this episode and the show as a whole at the end. So, alrighty, guys, we're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Ellie was all kinds of messed up, too. Oh, wait. Pregnant lady running through the woods? Is it weird that I saw her face for like half a second and I feel like I recognize her? What or who is she running from? Yeah, this lady. I know her, right? Is Joel gonna be here, maybe? Oh. This is where she normally lives. Wait. No shit, dude! Of course I know who this is! This is Ashley Johnson, isn't it? Oh, Jesus. Her water broke. She's giving birth. I think, right? I feel like I recognize the voice. I know she's like a voice actress and an actress, but I know her mostly from Critical Role. Is it? Shit, now I'm doubting myself. Wait, this isn't supposed to be Ellie, is it? It's a similar kind of knife that Ellie carries, isn't it? She followed. Not supposed to be like a future, is it? Oh god. It just came out. Alright. Not a lot of blood. She was bit. Hmm. I'm confused. I'm doubting myself now, but maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, it looks actually... Oh, that's Ellie's mom? Wow, it looks a lot like her. Doesn't it? Like, I was actually thinking it was like an aged up Ellie. Like the actress herself playing it. Sounds like her, too. God damn it, now I'm confused. I still got, like, a little bit of Ashley Johnson vibes, so it's really hard with being all, like, sweaty. Okay, hold up. While the opening goes... Um... Wow, this is not giving any of the information that I wanted. That didn't tell me anything. Ashley Johnson! It is! Yes! Okay. Wow! She looks and sounds so much like Ellie, doesn't she? That's actually brilliant casting. And I love that I know the character. I mean, the actress. Sorry. This is the same house, right? Are they looking... Oh, this is Marlene, right? So do they find Ellie as a baby, or... There's no way, like, Ellie, after being bit with Riley, ran here, right? She would have had to get outside of, like, the walls and everything. Interesting. I didn't even check to see. Sometimes they do longer... Okay, we're not. Okay. Sometimes they do longer episodes for the last episode. I actually think I'm doing... Oh, okay. So, we're still in this time period. Shit. Is that why Ellie is immune? Hmm. That's why she has the knife. Damn. So is she about to kill herself so she didn't turn? Or was she about to kill herself because she didn't want to be torn apart by monsters? Oh, shit. Come on, man. There's no way we're gonna run into her in the present, right? Like, Ellie coincidentally runs into her mom. She wouldn't know her, though, right? There's also no... Damn. She just had to do it quick, right? If you take it slow, you might stop. I don't blame her for coming in quick like that. Like, I think some people could see it as being, like, merciless, right? Like she didn't actually care. But I think that shows how much she cared. She's still all messed up. They have a trailer. Oh. Hey, Boggle. Cool. No. He's trying. Look at how much Joel has grown. He would have never wanted to even consider playing a game with her at the start of the season. Right? At the start of the season, she was just luggage. Or not luggage, but essentially merchandise to be traded, right? uh, you could sing. Damn, Joel. I can't get over how much he's grown. I love it so much. Shit. This show's so good. So good. I'm getting emotional that it's the last episode, and it's only been 9 episodes. How? No. Aw, come on, Ellie. She's not as snappy as she was before. She's been through so much shit. It's definitely gonna fuck with you. I definitely don't blame her. Sorry, I know the way I said it sounded bad. I know she's been through shit. And I know Man, a building still in construction 20 years later, I would not want to try to go up that shit. This girl needs some help. This girl needs to talk. Nice. That was a smooth move. Like, she very quickly got her foot up on his shoulder and like boosted herself the rest of the way up. Oh Jesus. Man, it makes me nervous. Every little thing they do. What is she? I'm glad to see her excited about something, but what does she see? What did she see? It must have been something outside of a window, right? Because she can't know that something's way up here, right? Oh shit. What? Holy shit. It must be from the zoo or something, right? Feeding it. 20 years. How long do giraffes live? I mean, I guess it could have been like a male and a female that were at the zoo and they had a baby. Ugh, look at the tongue. So long. No. And they eat plants, you know? Something that's not gonna eat you. It's like, alright, I had enough. She have a family, maybe? This is like exactly. Oh yeah! Holy shit! They got them a family. Look at them all going off eating. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Try to justify it through the purpose. Alright. Man, I wonder if Marlene knows. Like, if she would have realized, like, knowing now that Ellie is immune. I wonder if she knows that it's potentially because the mom lied, and I think she was still connected after like when she was bit, right? Because she killed the zombie and then gave birth and cut the cord, right? So she lied when she said it was cut before she was bit. Unless that bite happened while she was out in the woods. And we just didn't see it. It's also crazy how many times these characters get bit and they don't show us them getting bit, right? We see the bite afterwards when they're like, oh shit, you know? I almost like it, rather than the over-dramatic, like, seeing the person getting bit, like, in dramatic camera angles and stuff. Yeah. He tried to kill himself? Shit. Damn. Survival instinct is strong. Not quite. Oh shit. It was you? That was 20 years later, though. No. I imagine it was the small connections along the way that kept him going, too. Well, feast your eyes on this one. Ha ha ha! No, it's topical. I love these two. Oh my god. But fuck! gas, knock him out. Hopefully these aren't bad people. Please not bad people. Well. Flashbang. I know, it wasn't a flashbang, but the white screen flashbanged me. They're like, heh, we're gonna get the audience too. Alright. Oh wait, is that the firefly symbol? Hey. Hey. Well, she made it here. No, this is the hospital. I guess it's been a while. Why? Why? Uh-oh. She gonna die in the process, though? And we're gonna have to murder our way out of here? Uh-oh. Well. That's fucked up. He's gonna lose his daughter all over again. Yeah, I was thinking about how messed up this is for her, too. That's a tough call. Because I definitely don't want Ellie to die. Especially for a maybe we could replicate it. Right? If it was 100% certain that it could cure everyone, maybe, but it's still a really tough call in a shitty situation. It's fucked up. Leaving with her knife. Is Joel gonna come back and murder this entire place? Okay, maybe he's gonna make a move now. Fire alarm? Oh, cardiac. Yep, surgery. He saw the floor number. It sucks because, like, I'm usually all about saving the human race, right? Over almost anything. Shit. Oh my god. He's not killing. Not yet, anyway, I guess. Okay, now he's killing. She's gonna know exactly what it is. Marlene, she's gonna know exactly what's happening. It's like, how'd you get here? Gee, I wonder. Let me show you how I got here. Alright, fuck, man. Damn! That was such a good shot. Quite literally, I meant camera shot and shot from Joel. Damn. Oh. Look at that gun. Is he gonna let the person run? He's gonna kill him anyway, isn't he? Damn! The guy was giving up. Well, I'm gonna upgrade to your M4 there, buddy. Thank you for your service. The low camera and that shot was good. Damn. Shit. Rest in peace, fireflies. I mean, they're all over the place, right? So they're still gonna exist. But goddamn. Oh, he's out of ammo on that gun. Now for the pistol. Well, I had a feeling that the cure wasn't gonna happen. Right? But I didn't think it was gonna be like this. I thought it just wasn't gonna work. Like, they were gonna try to cultivate something and it wasn't gonna work, but... Man, he's gonna have to carry her out of here. Damn! No hesitation. Does he shoot them all? Man, he's gonna carry her and fight his way out? How? No more doctor. Thank God the elevator works, I suppose. Shit, man. There's no way he just walks out the front door, right? I hope Ellie doesn't get mad. Marlene. Yep. That's what I'm worried about. But you didn't give her the choice there, Marlene, did you? You made the choice for her. Without even telling her. Jeez. It really is a tough, like, choice. Like, don't get me wrong, killing a young girl is, in my opinion, never the answer. But, I mean, you could save everyone. I don't know. Oh. So what happened to Marlene? He's not gonna tell her. Damn. Shit. Marlene's dead. Yep. Shit, man. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is. Damn. He ain't losing another daughter. I wonder if there's anyone left that knows. Right? Like, I worry in a lot of these stories when a character lies to another character that the character is eventually going to find out. Right? That's the kind of like the rule of shows. But if there's no one left that really knows, she might never find out. Are they going back to where Tommy is? He said going home. Alright. he's so he's so careful with his words. Hmm. There it is. This is a cool, like, over, like, high view of it. Something's gotta happen here, though, right? Obviously not this season, but... Turn your mind, Ellie. Hmm. Oh, are we gonna learn Riley? Damn. Hmm. Oh, shit. What does he do? Damn. Okay, he keeps it up. Oh, man. God, that's it, guys. For episode 9 and for The Last of Us. Hey, Ashley Johnson. I paused right on it. There it is. Um, yeah, that's... I don't know. I genuinely don't know what I would do in Joel's situation, because don't get me wrong, I completely understand the idea of, you know, someone you're so attached to killing a young girl is terrible. It's a horrible thing. But if it was to save the entire planet for humanity to go on, like, I don't know. I keep saying I don't know because genuinely, like, I don't think I can make that choice. Because, like, on... Obviously, I mean, I don't really have to explain the stakes, right? The stakes are very clear. It's either Ellie dies and everyone's saved, or Ellie lives and all hope for a cure is lost, right? Like, the only hope for a cure now would be if, I mean, the thing is, if it happened to Ellie, it could have happened to someone else, right? Like, even if you're 1 in a million odds, right? I mean, granted, there might not be a million people left on the planet alive, but if there are, that means there could be another one, right? Like, uh, I mean, if Marlene was still alive, she knew what went down for Ellie to be created, right? Like technically you could try and recreate it, maybe? Like, the crazy thing is I get the logic, right? These, like, calling markers that make them think, But if Ellie has them, like the zombies aren't fighting each other to make them think that they're, infected, but they're not. Could you not just take those same calling markers from any dead guy, right? Like any zombie out there? Could you not just get the calling markers from them, recreate them, and pass them out? Is like, I guess maybe Ellie's are special. Maybe it's because they are within someone who hasn't turned, so that means they're like different, mutated in a way. I don't know, but uh, but as messed up as it is, right? You technically could take a pregnant woman, have her be bit while she's in labor, have her give birth, and then, recreate the entire thing. And you're not guaranteed to get someone like Ellie, but maybe you could. But then you're just dooming another child to death, right? That isn't Ellie. So, I mean, it's still messed up, right? No matter how you slice it. Um, but yeah. Or like, would it be possible to? I get no, because they like settle in the brain, right? So it probably wouldn't have worked. Like if you cut off, if you say you like cut and took like a piece of the umbilical cord, right? Like, could those calling markers be in the umbilical cord too? Still, like, because they were kind of being like transferred in a way. I don't know. I was trying to think of an alternative, but there probably isn't one. But yeah, I mean, really, I guess in the future, if they found another brain surgeon that was smart enough to be able to do this, right? They could do it again, but they need the, like, it's so many things you need. Like, you need the means, you need to have the like power to be able to run all the machines and everything. Like they even said, do we have enough power during this episode? You need the doctor that's capable of doing it. You also need to be able You need a doctor that's capable of brain surgery and capable of taking those calling markers and like cultivating them and turning it into something, right? But like the thing is it's not even a guarantee it would have worked, right? Like what if it was a failure and then Ellie died for nothing? I think that's the biggest thing that would convince me to not save the human race. Like if it was a 100% chance that the human race would be saved, I think I'd be leaning more towards saving the human race over saving one child, right? But there's something to be said about the fact that it's not, right? Like, he's just thinking he can get these calling markers. He's thinking he can then grow them outside of her body, right? And then he's thinking he can turn it into something that he can inject into people and make them immune. That's a lot of ifs, right? And because of that, I think that would sway my opinion and make me be like, okay, yeah, I'm not too sure about that, right? But yeah, so I think that's where I stand. Like if I'm gonna give a definitive thing, it's gonna be, if it was 100%, I'd probably give her up. But because it's just a chance of it even working, I probably would do the same thing that Joel did this episode. So, but yeah, he just ripped through them. It's crazy because like it definitely was a big finale, right? Like the Fireflies found them. They went through that whole deal. It was that big reveal. Joel going through the hall, like slaughtering those people. It was a big deal. But a lot of the rest of the episode was like a lot more like chill, like the parts before and the parts after. So it's like I almost like it. I don't need every finale to be this like massive thing, right? Even though this one was pretty big. I mean, their whole purpose is gone. So if there is another season, they're gonna have to have another purpose. So, because right now they're just going to this peaceful little ranch place, and who knows what threats are gonna come at them. Like, obviously, maybe raiders will show up every now and then, and Joel and them will help defend and everything. Maybe they'll need to do runs outside of town, and we'll be able to see them do that. But I imagine there's gonna be like a bigger threat, or something is gonna, like a big horde of zombies is gonna break down their walls, and they're gonna have to move on and not live there anymore, or something. Like, I feel like something is gonna have to make them be on the move. I just don't know what it is because their motivation is gone. So it's going to be really interesting going into another season of this show, at least for me being naive to the games, right? Because I obviously, if you played the games, you probably know roughly like what happens next. I've heard that this show is pretty accurate to the games, at least for the most part. Obviously, there's some changes. There's always going to be when it comes to a show, but at least for like the way things played out in the stories and everything. I wonder if in the game you get a choice. I doubt it, right? Like in the games, if this was part of the game and Ellie was like gonna be under the knife, do they give you the option to let her go through the surgery and die, and then you just don't have Ellie with you anymore? Or if you're always like if you're forced to go rescue her, right? It's interesting. I'd love to play the games. I kind of like watching, now that I've watched the show before playing the games, I don't really want to sully my future reactions to the show by playing the games. So I kind of want to, like, when the show is said and done, then maybe go through the games kind of thing. But yeah, to talk about earlier part of the episode, obviously we had Ellie being a little bit sad and like the immediate, like, early on in the episode, because I don't know how much time had passed, but you know, she was almost raped. On top of that, she had to kill two people, right? Which obviously the idea of killing still weighs on her. And like she said, like all the killing she's done up to this point needs to be for a reason. And she like kind of, that's how she justified it, was being like, okay, if I can use my immunity to save everyone, then that will justify all the people that I killed along the way. And now that she doesn't have that motivation anymore, I wonder if she'll kind of rescind back to that sadness. And you know, and kind of like Joel says, sometimes you just gotta keep on going until you find something. And that's kind of what he hinted at, right? Like, we had the reveal that he shot himself, trying to kill himself, but he flinched at the last second and missed. And then he just, for whatever reason, decided to keep on going and eventually found Ellie. Now, he said it was early on that he shot himself, right? I think he said it was day 2. So like day 1 he lost Sarah, day 2 he tries to kill himself, and then we know that it's been 20 years, and then he met Ellie, right? So maybe Tess and some of the others he met along the way kind of helped him keep like himself from doing that. I don't know, but the way he spoke made it seem like he was hinting that she is the reason why he doesn't want to kill himself anymore, which was nice, and also feeds into the whole reason why he does what he does here, is because if he loses her, he once again loses the thing that ties him here, right? So, at the very, very beginning, we had Ashley Johnson as Ellie's mom, which was very cool. Like I said, I know her from Critical Role. I watched all of Campaign 1. I need to start Campaign 2 soon. I made it all the way through Campaign 1, and then I was like, I need a little break. It's a lot. It's a lot to watch. So, but yeah. Obviously, I know she's in a lot of other shows and stuff like that. She's in a lot of other stuff, so it was just nice that I was able to recognize her and actually know her name, because honestly, I'm very bad with actors and their names, especially their names. Like, sometimes I can be like, oh, I recognize this person, and then I gotta go to IMDb, find their name, and figure out what they're in, right? That's usually how it goes for me, because my memory is just so bad. I just can't remember actor names. Like, obviously, there's a few that I remember, just because they're so famous and stuff. You hear them all over the place. And then there's some that I know from something like, you know, Critical Role, where I hear their names so much that I eventually just remember them because of that. But yeah. I felt like that was great casting. I thought she looked a lot like Ellie and even sounded a lot like Ellie in a way. So I thought that was great casting. Also, really just cool to see her in that role. But I don't think I've ever seen her. I don't think I've watched any shows that has Ashley Johnson in it, unless it was before I watched Critical Role. There might have been some things I saw before I saw Critical Role, and then I wouldn't have known that I've seen her in it. I'd have to look up Ashley Johnson's IMDb and see if there's other stuff I've seen. Uh, but yeah, anyway, the whole finding the giraffes was very cool. I have giraffe lifespan written down. I was curious, but we did see a whole family of them. So really, like, that giraffe we saw might not even be, like, that could be one that was born after all this happened. But that's cool that that area, like, I like that a lot, like, the world isn't just overrun, because a lot of people die, right? Within the first, like, few months or something, they said a lot of people will die after being infected, but then some go to live on. So it's not like other zombie shows where there's like 5 million zombies, right? I like that they're so few and far between, and it makes them more terrifying for one, and it makes it so they can explore this post-apocalyptic world without it just always being zombies, right? Like that moment where they found the giraffe, that was just like a really cool moment. Like, just because you have zombies in your show doesn't mean that has to be the only weapon in your arsenal to have good storytelling. Okay, other shows, you can listen to that. Giraffe lifespan. About 25 years. Okay. So, yeah. Natural habitat, 25 years. 20 to 27 in human care. So yeah, I mean, I guess it's possible that that one was alive before, but it's also possible that they just had babies, grew up, and had more babies and grew up, kind of thing. So, can't be too many generations, obviously, because it's been a little over 20 years. Like, by the time they found the giraffe, maybe, because it was 20 years from when they left, from around the time that they were at the Boston QZ, and then a lot of time passed while they were traveling, right? Like, it might have almost been a year, because we had, like, time skip after time skip happening. So, but, yeah, the show as a whole, great. I loved, as I said early on in the episode, like, we saw the development of Joel. Like, at the start of the season, he wanted nothing to do with Ellie. He didn't care about her. She was just someone that he had to get from point A to point B so that way he can get a car battery and he can go find Tommy, and that's all he cared about. But along the way, she became a daughter to him, and he really, like, loosened up, and here at the end we have him being like, hey, you want to play Boggle? You know, have you ever played this before? Like, talking about, like, getting a guitar and playing guitar. Like, he's come so far, and it really shows with what he said earlier that, you know, early on, all he wanted to do was find Tommy because that was his purpose. That was the purpose that he talked about that kept him going. So that's what he was just hard focused on. And along the way, he found a daughter, which ended up becoming his reason for living still. And I just love the way he was, like, talking to her and taking care of her and everything. It's just, it shows so much growth from the start of the season to where he is now in just 9 episodes. Obviously, I know a lot of time happened in those 9 episodes, but yeah, it's just, I love being able to see that growth in a character from start to finish. So, I really like Ellie's character. Obviously, a lot of stuff happened to her at the end. She still, like, manages to muster up the energy to be a little bit like her older self, but you can definitely tell she has changed too. From being very, like, aggressive and anti-everything, right? Like, anything anyone tried to do or whatever, she'd, like, argue on it or make sarcastic comments or whatever. She definitely softened up towards the end and everything. Obviously, she didn't like Joel at the start either, but then ended up not wanting to leave his side. So, it's like, her development is great, too. I love her, like, energy, like, just the snappy comebacks she had early on, and she still has them now, and I'm sure she'll get back to that point, right? Kind of, I mean, in a way, you know, you could say time heals all wounds. I wouldn't say heals, but at least lets them, like, scab over a little, right? So, like, those pains will still be there, but they won't be something that you're constantly thinking about. Eventually, you will be able to you start realizing that you don't think about them. You think about them less and less every day, right? But they never go away. So hopefully she'll be able to make it back to her snappy self, because I love that. I love that she loves puns. It's really funny. She has that little pun book that she went with her. I like the apocalypse joke one. I love, very topical. Such just fun energy between the two, and everything. So like just watching them roam around, that's all I need. I don't need any more people joining the crew. Like I was kind of okay with it with Kevin and Sam. But like after that I was kind of like, I just like watching these two going together. So hopefully if we do get another season, we get a lot more of that. So but yeah. Well, I've already stated my thoughts on like the zombies in this world. I like how they're few and far between. Obviously, sometimes you come across like a good amount of them, like that moment at the Kansas QZ and everything. I like how there's different types. I've always said like that's one of the biggest problems with Walking Dead is they have to like make people be stupid and get bit in order to have drama. Whereas if they just had like from the start of the show, obviously I know they were following source material and it's, you could blame the source material stuff, not the show. But if they had different types of zombies in that, it would have been like so much better, I feel like, because that could, rather than just having these slow zombies that you could put a knife at the end of a stick and just poke them and never get close to them and everything. Like, obviously there's threats in numbers, but other than that, like, no one should be dying to zombies in that world. But if they had ones that moved like these ones do, like sprinters, or there was that big one, like that was one of the funny things. It was much more of a joke show, but Z Nation had like radioactive zombies and stuff that like glowed in the dark and shit. They had like the sprinters, and they had like the bloaters and stuff. Like they had like different kinds of zombies, and I feel like that's what this show has going for it, is it has like the clickers and everything. It had that big one that I don't even know, we've only seen it that one time, but I don't even know what it was. But I think that's just one of the things that's going for it too. Like I said, few and far between makes it so much more scarier when they show up rather than being a dime a dozen, right? So yeah, I mean, hell, when was the last time Joel and them encountered one, right? If we're thinking about it, it had to have been after the Kevin thing, right? There had to have been another one. But, like, we've seen them through flashbacks and stuff, like with the Ellie flashback and the flashback of Ellie's mom here. We had one this episode. But in terms of Joel and Ellie themselves in present time dealing with the zombies as a threat, like, it only happened a couple times in the show, which is just really cool that I can say that and still say I love the show so much. But anyway, amazing show. Can't wait to come back to it when there's a new season. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I think that's going to be it from me. Stay tuned for Stranger Things Season 3 and 4 I'll be doing on my channel. I've already seen Season 1 and 2 a long time ago. I think I watched them as they aired, which I think I was doing reactions at least when Season 2 came out, but back then I wasn't doing live action shows, I was only doing anime, and I was like, I don't know when I'll ever get around to doing live action, so I just watched Season 2. Now I kind of regret it. I wish I could have done the whole show on my channel, but I decided that better late than never, so I will start with Season 3. I want to finish up that one before I move on to something new. I'll be rewatching before next week when I'm starting that one. I will be rewatching Season 1 and 2 in between, so that way I can be refreshed on character names, storylines, and different things. So hopefully that way I'll be able to not make any dumb mistakes by a lack of memory of things that have transpired, right? So anyways, that's going to be it from me. Stay tuned for more shows and all that. Patreon link in the description. If you want all of this, if you're watching this on YouTube, that means all of the Stranger Things I just talked about is already on my Patreon, so go check that out. If you're watching this on my Patreon, that means that you'll see it coming next week, right? But yeah, there'll probably be the Stranger Things and whatever replaced Stranger Things, and whatever replaces Stranger Things might already be close to being done or is done because of the way I do things. My Better Call Saul is still releasing, so even though I'm done this show, I need to finish releasing Better Call Saul since that was my last Patreon show, and then I'll start releasing this one, and then obviously I'll start releasing Stranger Things once I finish releasing this one. So it's the way it goes. It gives people some extra stuff for my patrons and all that. So thank you guys so much. Links are in the description below, should be popping up on the screen, and I'll see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.